Hello, people. Welcome back to the Resident Evil 1 Classic playthrough. I'm your host, Chad Marco. So, yet again, this is a Chris advanced or arranged mode. Oh, crap. Oh. Okay, so I believe it's about time that I go and fight the giant snake. I should bring a fitting weapon, the Colt Python. Ooh, let me get comfortable here. 1 second, please. I'm a little unprepared. You guys know me, but I always make adjustments. So I believe I'm gonna need this. Okay, so that should be good. That shotgun is so ugly, but I got to do one important thing before we go handle the snake. Well, really, I got to go to the tiger head first before I can do that. But wait, where does this take me? Ain't this the hallway? Well, it is a hallway. Okay. We're not going that other way because the dogs, of course. I got to do something important, though. Very important. The most important thing ever. I've been thinking, ever since I was talking shit about the zombies who devour me. When I was having that little discussion about how, you get used to zombies and they become kind of trivial, it got me thinking, like, what are some ways you could make this formula more challenging? Of course, the whole Crimson Head thing is obvious, but, and it just came to me now. I think another thing you could do, there should be like more random elements to games like these. Speedrunners would hate it, but I think that's a way to keep things like unpredictable for players, because that's really what ends up making the game less challenging. I mean, I guess that's most games, right? But I'm just coming up with ideas here, and I think that unpredictability is a very powerful tool. Yeah, I got to get back to the other one. I did it. I did all this for that. I did all that for this. That original arranged mode outfit is so cool. I think it's his best outfit. I think it's his best one. Out of the three, this is my favorite. This is definitely my favorite. The shoulder pads, the white shirt, the green pants is all cool. It's strict, absolutely superior. But that shotgun is so ugly. Dude, that shotgun looks like it was carved out of wood. What the fuck? I don't get that shit. That is so weird. Like, is this like a design choice? Like, is it supposed to look like the broken shotgun or something? Or is it a glitch? I don't know, bro. That's weird as hell. But oh well. But yeah, I think you like making the game more unpredictable would be a good way of making it more challenging. Of course, hindsight. This game is over 20 years old. Maybe like 25 or something like that. This game's old as shit. But yeah, I think if they would have implemented like something like more random elements, like random enemy placements and shit like that. Like, don't go too overboard. But I think that, and you know what? Another thing that I noticed too, just kind of on this particular point, is that I don't know which one is it. Maybe it's Resident Evil 3, or maybe it's an entirely different survival horror game. I'm not sure. Let's see what we get. It should be the key for the snake room at this point. Yep. But Grab this. And yeah. But yeah, I forgot which Resident Evil it is. I think it's 3, but I think that there is a Resident Evil game where like the puzzle solutions are random, but not entirely. It's not like 1,000 different possibilities or something. But it's more like, let's say there's one puzzle, right? There'll be like 3 different solutions for that particular puzzle, and it'll be random depending on like which it'll be random depending on like if you're playing at one time, it'll be different from the next, or rather, there's a chance that it'll be different from the next. But I forgot what Resident Evil it is. It's either Code Veronica or Resident Evil 3. I forgot, or maybe it's an entirely different survival horror game. So, but I do know that I believe it's Resident Evil, but I do know there's like a survival horror game where the puzzle solutions can be different. Nah, maybe it's Resident Evil Outbreak. I forgot which one it is. It could. I think it's Resident Evil Outbreak, because Resident Evil Outbreak. Remember, Outbreak was a multiplayer game, and they probably didn't want the puzzles to become too trivial, so they added like a random element. But I'm pretty sure it was Outbreak. They might have done it with something else too, but I'm pretty sure Outbreak is one of them that had like random puzzle solutions or like different puzzle solutions. Damn, I'm trying to think though. I'll look it up. But I think it's either Resident Evil 3, Code Veronica, or Outbreak. I'm leaning towards Outbreak now though. Because to have random puzzle solutions makes sense for Outbreak, because the idea for that game was playing with different people, and then you're playing like the same stage over and over and over again sometimes. So you want to keep the player on their toes by not having the puzzle solutions the same every time. But that's if I'm remembering correctly. But anyway, that's a good idea as far as like, not making playing through the game again like too trivial. But other than that, like I said, random enemy, like different enemy placements and things like that. I'm saving again too, because I'm going straight for the boss, and I might be a little experimental with trying to defeat him. So, I don't want to have to do everything I just did again, as far as going to grab the fucking key and all that. But I will take a healing item just in case. I'll take a big bad one too. We're going. Oh no. I will underestimate him just a bit and take a double green. This is Big Boy Chris we're talking about. But yeah, I think like random enemy placements, again, not completely random, if you get what I'm saying. It's like more like they'll have like different sets that the game can cycle through, and it'll just like which set is chosen would be like just random. So let's say, for example, there were like 10 different enemy sets, right? As far as like enemy placement in the mansion. Then the first time you play, you might get set 4. And then the second time you play, you'll get set 1. And the third time you'll get set 10. And then the fourth time you get set 1 again. Something like that. That way you can't just automatically know, okay, when I go in here, there's an enemy 2 feet to the right. There's a zombie around the corner, and then you just, that way you always have to be on your toes. Of course, nothing like respawning enemies. Never do that. Never do that, I'll give them a pass for the snakes outside, because those are very easy to avoid anyway. They're not really a game changer or anything, but if this game would have had like respawning enemies, oh my god, that would have. I think that's what really made Evil Dead, like Evil Dead, the horror game that came out on Dreamcast and PS1 and PC. I think that's what really killed it for me. Like the game is bad. Don't get me wrong. It's just bad enough. The game is bad enough, but I can stomach a bad survival horror game based on the Resident Evil blueprint. But you throw respawning enemies in there. That's just a whole different level of frustration. So I'm gonna unload in this motherfucker with this coat python. All right, focus on him. Damn. I'm poisoned, of course. I don't think I'm hitting him. Hmm. I might die here. Um. Mm, God damn it. It's like I just want to quit. I'm trying to quit. I'm trying to quit. You can save anywhere too. That's crazy, but we're not playing by those bitch ass rules. Okay, I'm gonna just have to. I'm sorry about this. You know, I know it takes you out of the game to go back to the damn PS. But I mean, fuck, man, they won't let you just quit. It's I think there's a way, like you gotta press all buttons or some bullshit like that. But just put a fucking quit in the. God damn it, shit like that pisses me off. Like everything else that you have in the game, and you don't put a fucking just regular ass quit. Like I don't know, man. Like what the hell were they smoking? You ain't put a regular ass just quit the game into the fucking game. I mean, it's so stupid. The reason why I did that though, because I think I could have did a better job, and it's no point like just riding with that, you know. And I know I could have just used the quick rewind feature or whatever, but again, I'm trying to avoid using any of the like extra bullshit, like the. I'm trying to avoid using any of the things that they added to the game to make it more convenient for Zoomers, essentially. And that's why I just wanted to regular ass quit. It's like that. Then I'm really pissed about that. If you didn't realize, I hate that I had to go through all that shit to fucking quit. This game was perfect up until now. Like, how do you not have a regular ass quit button? I mean, quit option. That's just so stupid. It's like that Cat Williams joke when he was like the weed is too strong. Like, I just want regular weed. Like, can I get a regular ass quick button? Like, how y'all not have a quick? I don't get it. How do you make a game? How do you make a game and not have a fucking, like, this shit is really bothering me. Like, how do you have a game and you just don't have a quit function? It just don't make no sense, bro. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, it was some pretentious bitch ass motherfucker at Capcom that was like, nah, we're not doing that for no reason to. I'm doing. Oh god, that's that kind of fucked me up a little bit. I mean, hold on, just real quick, bro. Like, look right here. One more little knob, quit game. Nah, I thought maybe I could again press all buttons. Wait, did something change? Hold on, I know this is I'm being kind of weird right now, but I thought something seemed different when I popped back in. I don't know, I guess I'm tripping. Oh well, it's good. Let's do this shit. That just fucking pissed me off, dude. How you not have a regular ass fucking quick? Damn, dude. The nerve of these people, I swear to God. How do you not have a regular ass quick button in your game? Okay, let's do it. Defeating this giant snake would take my mind off of the bullshit that we just had to go through. I mean, who was it though? Somebody had to think of that. It had to be intentional. There's no way they just forgot. That's not something that you just fucking forget. Oh shit. I forgot to grab a healing item too. Well, this ain't going great. Well, that's one way to quit. It's funny, I did better the first time. Well, I felt like I had a good strategy there. So I went ahead and tried it again, but it didn't work out quite as planned. But we'll try it again. We'll just try it again. Look, this is my last time talking about it. But seriously, why didn't they put a quit function in the option menu? It just doesn't make any sense. This game came out like in what, 1996 or something? Like, that's more like, I don't get it. Like, what the hell were they smoking? Like, who was it? Like, somebody there was just like on some type of power trip and just felt like, nah, we're not doing that. Like, that's what it was. Like, somebody was on some type of like artistic power trip and was like, nah, we're not. Cause that's not something that you just fucking forget. It's not. That's something that you intentionally withhold from the player. And I just don't understand the value of doing something like that. It's like, what is it? Like you have some games, right, where you can't pause. You can pause, but it won't stop the game, right? Like that's an intentional design choice, is what I'm saying. Like, so to not have a quit function in the game, that's an intentional design choice. There's no way, like, it's not an oversight. Like, that's intentional. And so I'm just like, what was the point of it? Like, And I feel like I've dealt with this before, like wanting to quit and restart, but not being able to. And the reason why it upsets me because I know it was like some pretentious ass art decision instead of like something that had a good reason. Rant over. Okay. I revamped my strategy. Don't worry, we got this. Whoa, shit. Again. Okay. I'm not. I'm not upset about losing because I'm trying to experiment a little bit here. If you guys don't mind, because I saw Carcinogen do like a strategy where he baited the snake over to that spot and was able to like get some good shots in without the snake like reaching him. And I'm not trying to do exactly that, but I'm trying to do exactly that. No, but he did it differently. Like his strategy was like kind of different, obviously, and much more well executed. But I'm just trying to see like what I can do as far as like fighting this guy. We got to, we got time. Like, don't. I hope you guys aren't in a rush because the yawn fight is probably the most difficult boss fight in the game. You really think about it. It's the first boss fight and probably the most difficult. So I think that that warrants a bit of extra attention. I just know when I played this game on stream, I didn't die to anyone, but I think the only time I died was to Yawn, the snake. I think the snake was the only time I died when I played it on stream with Jill. So what does that tell you? Tyrant was a breeze. Tyrant is all about just have enough Magnum ammo. That's pretty much it. Have Magnum ammo and health items just in case. But I think what makes Yawn difficult is that is his level of aggression. He has a high level of aggression, and of course he does good damage. He's a boss. The poison. He has an instant kill move, but he does have to damage you quite a bit before he can do it. But and I think like hitting him, it's not hard, but it's like I think the challenge is trying to hit him while being in a safe position. I think that's really what it is. The challenge is hitting him while safe. Like look at that. I barely got that one shot off. I barely got that in. Now this is how I normally would fight him. if you didn't guess. Look, oh shit. This is my normal strategy. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I gotta do a Hail Mary. Okay. You know what's funny? I don't think I did any better than the first time. But whatever, whatever. But that's how I normally would fight him. You know, I was trying to use some elite speedrunner strats. Of course, I botched it all the way, but you know, I just went ahead and just fought him regular. You know, just run around, shoot the tail, leave it at that. So it is what it is. It's no big deal. We got through it. We got through it. But yawn is definitely yawn is one of the parts that I tend to have the most trouble with. Even as like it's one of those things like no matter how good I get at the game, yawn is always an issue.
Chris,
But he should be. He's a boss in a survival
Give
horror
me
game.
serum.
I'm sure the serum must be there. I'll be right back.
Do I use Rebecca? I think you got to use Rebecca, bro. And that's cool, but unfair because you never get to use Barry. Oh boy, Rebecca and her 15 bullets. Oh boy. I wonder if she runs into any enemies though. Oh, she is too. I just remembered the dogs. She is so tiny. I wonder, but do they spawn any enemies specifically for her? I don't remember this. To be honest, I don't remember the fact that you could use Rebecca ever. Being real with you. I know I probably talked about this before, but oh, there's a zombie in here. But if you look at Rebecca's character model in Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1, they changed it for Resident Evil 0 from 1. And they made it worse. It's hard to describe, but it's like she was cuter. It's like she was cuter in Resident Evil 1 remake than she was in 0. It's like they made her face pointier or something. She was still cute, but it was like a subtle dip change. It was very subtle. Oh boy. You know you gotta check the item box. She can't go in there. I like that that picture though, that profile picture right there. Her in that cute little headband. The phone is ringing in the background, by the way. Whoa, shit. I'm doing a no damage run of Rebecca, by the way. And see, this would have been a good opportunity to like just spawn some enemies specific for Rebecca. But I guess the idea was if you didn't kill any enemies, oh shit, like him. I guess the idea was that if you didn't kill any enemies, or if there were certain enemies you neglected to kill, she would have to deal with them, and so it would make her job harder. But I guess this is just kind of a detour, you could say, like just to give the player a change of pace. It's like, oh wow, I'm using a different character. And some people would go far and like explore the whole mansion with her. And like, I don't know if Chris can die though if you wait too long. I'm not sure. I never tried that. But again, it's a change of pace and it gives the player something to do. Like, oh, I wonder like how long I can wait before I give it to him, or what if I go here, or will she go there? That sort of thing. Oh, I was about to give it to Richard for a second. He doesn't need it, if you didn't realize. Oh, he's dead. Game over. That'd be crazy though if I had that little time.
You all right?
Like I didn't take any detour.
Yeah. What happened?
You got bit by a giant
You
snake.
were bitten by a poisonous snake. Are you okay?
My head is killing me.
I think you will be all right because I gave you a shot. But please be careful.
You saved my life. I owe you one.
I owe you some Big Daddy dick.
I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, thanks, Rebecca. Now see, and look, I just had an idea too. Like Richard, why not let Richard get up as a zombie? You know, that could have been one of the random elements. Maybe he'll get up, maybe he won't. Maybe he won't. You know, give him like twice the HP of a regular zombie. You know, stuff like that would have made the game more challenging. I mean, not saying it's not challenging enough. Again, it's just it's a hindsight thing. The game is properly challenging, but I'm in straight danger mode. Oh fuck! I'm knocking on death's door. I gotta go straight to an item box. But yeah, you know, it's hindsight, so I'm not holding it against the developers here. I'm just saying, you know, just thinking of ways the game could have been more challenging for the player. You know, more advanced players anyway. But this advanced mode is, again, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. It's been enough of a change up to throw me off a few times. Like the zombies in the shotgun room, like that's, you know, yeah, I died there. Me dying to zombies. I'll die to yawn. I don't mind that, you know. We're rivals. Like, we're long-time rivals, so I ain't even mad about that, but that zombie one still sucks. Okay. I got a bead of sweat running down my neck. Yeah, because I know it's gonna be some dogs. Because we're going to the courtyard next. Zombie. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to see random shit like that. Oh shit. I was not expecting to. Damn. He tried to zigzag a little bit. Had to do it to you, buddy. The sun. The wind. The moon. And the star. You know that band, Earth, Wind, and Fire? It always kind of bothered me that they didn't have a water element. But I guess they didn't have that power. Like, I guess you can't have it all. They had the earth, wind, and fire, but they couldn't find the water, man. They just didn't have they just couldn't get that element going, you know. I guess it's like the airbender, right? Where you got like every tribe has a different element. Like they had earth, wind, and fire, but they could never figure that water shit out, man. That was a good ass band too. You know, whenever I see those old bands of the 60s and 70s, my first thought is like, how did they divide the money? That had to be a headache. An old barrel. Do an old barrel roll. This door is rusty. Oh god, they got so close. They got so close. I don't have enough ammo to deal with them though. I'm gonna have to run for it, and I'll kill them when I come back. I can't do a little handiwork right now though. I wonder how they got the ambience sound for these some of these areas. You know, like do you just take a recording equipment out somewhere to like the woods and just leave it recording and see what you get? Like man, I can't use this. There's like a homeless dude talking. Now I remember Carcinogen saying they won't respond to you as long as you walk and not get too close. Oh my god. Oh lord, that's crazy. I got too close for sure, but the not running thing worked. Wow. But it's almost scarier when you don't run because it's like it feels like any second they could just hop on you, especially when they're close like that. Excuse me. I got up early today. Toosh. I know it's been talked about to death. Oh, snakes. See? These are the only respawning enemies in the whole game, I think. But again, luckily they're not a threat. You can just run right past them. Let me see if the no walk works here too. I'm walking with faith. Oh shit. I think I got too close. But you know the thing about the dogs, they're easy to avoid. Like once you get to running there, you know where you want to go. Oh shit. Okay. I know. I hope I find plenty of Beretta ammo in this damn guard house though. Well, I'm in the clear. No, I'm not. Just stay over there, dog. Wow. It's kind of like real life, though. You know, dogs tend to get more agitated when you run. There's been a couple times where, like, dogs... there's been a couple times when dogs would, like, you know, just running and shit, outrunning the stray dogs. And most of the time I just stand my ground. And they'll bark, but then when they see you stop, they'll just stand their ground too, and it's like, okay, we got a little Mexican standoff here, and then you just walk away, and they're like, okay, whatever. You know, most dogs ain't out there just trying to kill motherfuckers. Believe it or not, most dogs they're protecting their territory. A lot of times, you know, people have their damn pit bull running around the damn neighborhood and shit. So yeah, I remember Carcinogen saying something about this in a range mode. Oh shit, there are 3 holes, and so you have to constantly move the gargoyle statue whenever you want to go somewhere, and that just sounds tedious. I ain't gonna lie, that just sounds fucking tedious. I'm not a fan of that, especially with fucking Chris and his backtracking ass. I'm not a fan of that. Oh, but what's that? I imagine Chris standing on his tippy toes and grabbing his medical spray. Okay, so let's put this up. Well, at least we are safe and sound. But yeah, this advanced mode is definitely providing a certain level of challenge here, because I'm noticing certain things. Like, obviously, I don't have as many ink ribbons available to me. First off. Like, I'm kind of worried about that more than anything else. Because I tend to like to save quite a bit. And this is not going to allow me to do that. Not at all. But I gotta think. You know, I want to kill all those dogs, but I just don't know if it'll be cost efficient. Did I just go in there? Yeah, I did. Okay. Nothing special, just a clean bed. I do need to save soon though, but I gotta be careful because I know it's like it's spiders in here. You don't want to get poisoned. It's not like this game just gives you a ton of blue herbs or anything. They give you enough. Definitely give you enough, but you know, I try not to push my luck too much playing this goddamn game. You know, I would go as far as to say that the whole poison thing is kind of is underutilized in this game. Because how often do you really get poisoned and just, oh god, I need a blue herb, or I need a fully mixed herb with everything? Like, you know, maybe if you're like a complete noob, I guess. But even then, I guess what I'm trying to say is and again, this is hindsight. But you know, it's okay to have these kind of conversations. But I think that they might have underdid the whole poison thing. Because it's like you have a whole herb for it, a whole specific herb for it, and yet it's very rare that you have to worry about the poison status in the first place. But I will take all these. Fuck what you heard. I'm taking all these. And I think I'm gonna kill those dogs outside, to be real with you. But how many is it? Wasn't it like 3? I don't know about that. If it's 3 of them, then I do want to get the stuff that was outside, but I guess I can't be too greedy. Because they're obviously being more stingy with the Beretta ammo than before. Okay, I'm gonna check this first. Aim check. Okay. I heard one though. I heard that little shuffle that. Aim check. The bathtub is filled with muddy water when you unplug it. And see, who would have thought of that? I would have never thought of that. I'm gonna keep it 1,005 with you. I would have never been like, let me drain this muddy water and just, like, I would have died in this bitch. Oh wait, never mind, cause it ain't nothing in there. Okay, well, Today, Chad Marco lives. Well, if an important key item was in there, you know, some of the things that these guys do in survival horror games, man. But you know, the only reason they do it is because as a player who's familiar with these types of games, you know that okay, if I walk in here, right, maybe check this towel rack. But that's like, nah, because it don't really look important. But definitely check the bathtub. All right, I'm going to check the stool, right? And then, okay, I'll check the sink too. Why not? And then, you know, that's like when you play survival horror games, you learn that, especially these style survival horror games, you learn to check most of the items in the rooms. Most of the major objects, at least. Not every single thing, but a lot of the objects. I'm going to focus on using the shotgun for now because I want to save the Beretta for the dogs. Normally I would save the Beretta for the zombies and the dogs, but again, they're being stingy, so why not? So again, you're playing a survival horror game. So of course you check this. The desk is locked. So that's a small key needed. There's a key in the cup. Oh wow. And see, you see exactly what I'm saying? You see exactly what I'm saying here. Like I walked over and look at that. Like that barely looks like anything. That barely looks important, but I was like, fuck it, I gotta check it. And there was a key in the goddamn cup. Nothing unusual, but I don't like that placement. Maybe that's because it's arranged mode, maybe, but you would think that they wouldn't put the small key in the same room as the desk used to unlock it, or at least not in the same room where you can use it. Is what I'm trying to say. But oh well, I'm not a Japanese game developer from 1995, 96. So what do I know? So let me see how this shit works. Cause it seemed like if you push it, wouldn't it still hit you once you move it off? No, okay. Yeah, so for what Carcinogen said, you gotta move it every time. Dude, I think I've never played arranged mode before though. I don't think I've ever played like this is a lot of this shit is like new to me. I don't think I ever played it like this. This is cool. I wish the remake had something like this. Poison, okay. Oh god, these guys are tough. These guys are fucking tough as hell. Like he's trying to devour me. Fuck that shit. Okay. Whew. I don't know if that was necessarily cost efficient. Oh shit. Now see, I know. I've learned my lesson. When I was streaming, I fought when I was streaming, I was fighting the spider boss that you fight in the cave. And when you defeat the spider boss, a bunch of mini spiders come out of them. And I tried to like stomp on all of them. And I did it forgetting that when you leave the room after the mini spiders come out and come back, they'll be gone. So that's just an easy way to get rid of them without putting yourself at risk. Because when I tried to do that, I got bit a lot. And I think I got poisoned. But I definitely took some damage. It's a 9-ball. A clock dial, 2:15. 2:15, okay. Yeah, and so you know, this is the survival horror game way. I wasn't too worried about taking damage there because I knew I had that herb, by the way. It was a little dangerous. I got, I'm in caution, but one thing I am comfortable with is the amount of healing items that I have. So I'm not too worried about that. It's not, even in this Even in this strange arrange mode, I'm not too worried about taking a lot of damage. At least not so much that my health reserves are going to be significantly affected. I mean, I'm still doing fantastic in that regard. I can pop like one green herb and be straight. All pages are blank. What is it for? Okay. Even I forgot what the hell what the hell it's for. I do know one thing. I can put this crank back. That much I'm sure of. I will take these shells and reload. That should be enough. And yeah, look at that. That's, come on now. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing very good. See, I'm not even at full health right now, but I'll leave it like that just in case I find a green herb that I can use. And then, you know, there were herbs by the dogs and stuff like that, so we're doing great. Fuck! Fuck! I think I remember like carcinogen saying like you don't want to keep getting hit by those bonds or something, like they do like more damage than you would expect or something like that. I forget. Cause I know when speedrunners play the regular mode, whether it's remake or the classic, they tend not to move the statue. They'll just like run past the hole. Because the amount of time it takes to move the statue, even over that one hole, is more than what it takes to like shake out of it the few times you run past it when you're speed running. The issue is when you're not speed running and you got to keep going through it again and again and again, and it stacks up. Definitely locked. What was it, 215? So it's that simple. When I was streaming, I just, oh man, I just kept pressing buttons randomly till I got it. So this is where you create plant 42. No, Vjo to destroy plant 42. I don't know if Chris creates it. I think Rebecca makes it for him or something like that. Or like when you're using Chris, he gets caught by plant 42. And then she has to rescue you. Are the bees gonna come out? No! Poison! Wait, is that another statue? What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? I told you everything would be fine. You just gotta be patient sometimes. You get exactly what you asked for. Okay, that should be it. Okay, we're gonna go in here. Now I'm definitely gonna save before I go into the basement because the sharks. Aim check. I'm holding the aim button right now. Gadoosh. Gadoosh. Easy. Man, this is one of the best tracks in the game for sure. Okay, so this game does such a good job with like the placement of the songs for like different areas. You know, stuff like that goes a long way. Aim check. Okay. 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 Dormitory. I always called it the guardhouse. Or really my name for it is the cabin in the woods. That was always my name for it. Cabin in the woods area. Cause to me, it always gave me a cabin feeling. You know, you got like you run out to the, especially in the remake. I'm not going down there yet though. But yeah, especially in the remake, it gives you that feeling of being in the cabin. What's that book for again? Yes, I always called it Cabin in the Woods. Okay, this is great. What's this key for though? 3. I think I can go there now too. Can I use this? Yep. So I wasn't at full health. Now I am, see? I don't know, maybe it's a waste to do that, but I'm not too concerned. You know, there's that room back in the mansion where, not room, but there's an area where the dogs are at. And there are like a bunch of herbs there that I never picked up. There are going to be hunters there when I go back though, so it's going to be a little different. It's going to be a little different on the return trip. I think I will go ahead and just check out that room real quick. What's the worst that could happen? Famous last words. Famous last words. What's the worst that could happen? I've underestimated this game, this arrange mode shit, a few too many times. But I'm still doing a good job. I mean, yeah, the yawn fight was a little sketchy, but the yawn fight is always sketchy with me. Cause whenever I fight him, it's like, it's not that I necessarily like just die. Sometimes I do, but it's kind of like what you saw when I fought him the first time, right? Where I did survive, I beat him, right? But I wasn't satisfied, and that's usually like the issue I have with Yawn. It's like I feel like I should do better sometimes when I fight him. Like I want to have that perfect game. That's really what it is. When I fight Yawn, I feel like I shouldn't even get hit. Maybe like one time, but I feel like I shouldn't even be touched. Because if you don't get hit, you don't get poisoned. If you don't get poisoned, then you don't have to worry about Rebecca getting the serum. So. Oh God, don't I need that book here? And I just put it up. Let me just check. Oh boy, this is great. Aim check. Boom. Now see, if there was a second one in there, they would have got me. See, I stopped thinking for a second, and it wasn't until I got to the next screen I was like, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute. If there was a second one, I would have got caught there. For sure. Oh. Speaking of second one. Oh boy. Oh, he won't aim. He won't auto aim either. I just said fuck it. B joke report. Now a book is missing. Now, doesn't that book just allow, like putting the book there, I think just allows you to get to the plant room, right? I'm going to go ahead and put it in before I save and get out of here, but that's the last thing I'm going to do. The curiosity is killing me. I think it just allows you to go in there without using the other door, but we're about to make sure. You know another thing this game is missing? A machine gun. I think the second one has a machine gun. The third one definitely does. I like how in the third one, when you play on easy, she has a complete fucking arsenal. Is it easy or normal? I think, wait, isn't in, now, I could be wrong, but I believe in Resident Evil 3, there's only an easy and a hard. Which is a mind fuck right there. I kind of like that though, because it's like most people go towards normal, right? That's what most people do. That's what I do when I play a new game. I go to normal. I try to combine the shells with the clip, but yeah, most people go to normal. But if you put easy and hard, then that's a serious decision you gotta make. Cause like, am I gonna be a bitch and play on easy? Or am I gonna be hardcore and play on hard? Although I will say, and again, this is if I'm remembering it correctly. I feel like there was a version of Resident Evil 3 where the only options were easy and hard. But if I'm remembering this correctly, the hard mode isn't really that hard. Like hard feels like normal, really. It ain't like it's not what you think. It ain't like, damn, this is just too hard. It feels like a normal Resident Evil experience. Of course, Nemesis makes it more difficult. Man, Nemesis is just ugh. But you know, I think that my theory, what I believe is, I could be wrong, but I think they created the Nemesis, the Nemesis monster. You know, like Nemesis being like this ever-present threat throughout the game. Yeah, that's gonna take you to the plant room. I ain't going in there, but I believe personally that the reason why they did that was because they saw the effect of Mr. X in Resident Evil 2. Because I think in Resident Evil 2, Mr. X is like, if I remember correctly, when you play Resident Evil 2, Mr. X is, I think he appears pretty late in the game. I could be wrong because it's been a while since I played the original Resident Evil 2. I've been playing the remake more lately. But I believe that he appeared relatively late in the game, or like in the middle. And I also think that he only appears in like one story. So, because you know, when you play Resident Evil 2, you got Leon and Claire, but even though like the difference between like the Chris and Jill stories and the Leon and Claire is that Leon and Claire's story are more like intertwined. It's like when you play Resident Evil 1, you can play it with either Chris or Jill and get the full Resident Evil 1 experience. You don't have to play it with both of the characters to get the full experience. But with Resident Evil 2, you really have to play with both of the characters to get a full feel of the game. And I think that's why I didn't really care for Resident Evil 2 very much when I first played it. It's story time, by the way. But I think that's why I didn't care for Resident Evil 2 much when I first played it, because whenever I would play it, I would always play like one story. It was either Leon and then I would stop and not play anymore, or Claire and I would stop and not play anymore. I didn't realize until I finally played it the right way. I didn't realize that with Resident Evil 2, you have to play both stories. You have to play with both characters to get a full feel of the game. The game is really incomplete playing it with just one character, whether it's Leon or Claire. It's incomplete. You have to play with both of the characters to get like a full sense of the story, and really appreciate every part of the game. Because I think that for the longest time I never ran into Mr. X, because I think you run into him during your second playthrough with either Leon or Claire. Let's see, I'm gonna need what am I gonna take? I'm gonna leave this. But yeah, I always think back to that, because for the longest time I was always like a Resident Evil 3 guy. Like, my opinion was always Resident Evil 3 was better than 2. But when I played 2 the right way, I finally like it didn't change my opinion necessarily, but then I could see what people were saying. Like, I could see why people would choose Resident Evil 2 over 3 when I played it the right way. But I think that because I was thinking of it like Resident Evil 1, where it doesn't matter which character you play as, playing it as either character is a complete experience in of itself. Yeah, there are differences, but either way it feels complete. Resident Evil 2 doesn't work like that. You have to play with both characters for the game to feel complete, to really experience everything. Like, I think you don't even run into Mr. X unless you play it like through the second time with the other characters. I'm not exactly sure, but I believe that you don't even run into him. And that's a big part of the game. But I always thought that that's why they did the whole Nemesis thing. I felt like they saw how effective he was as far as like being a significant like scary factor in 2, and was like, what if we had a whole game with this? And I think that's where Nemesis came from. But I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. I will return later with more Resident Evil 1 Classic, Chris, Arranged Mode, Speed Run, Kill All, no damage. No, I'm playing. I suck.